All right, hello and welcome back, everybody. This is David with Faramir's Rangers, and yeah, we're going to be discussing which nation is best in Empire Total War. Now, that can be a tricky question to answer because, I mean, there's a whole lot that goes into it, but I've got kind of an interesting way we can solve this, maybe. But you might just want to stick around for this whole video to see what I have to say, because it might interest you in particular. So let's dive on into it. All right, so for viewers of the channel that have been here for a bit, you might remember I did a 3v3 AI tournament for, yeah, it was kind of crazy. It was just AI, and I did 3v3, and just to see who would stack up against who in nations and who would come out on top. I did basically 3 games for each nation. Some of them I only did 2. And the problem with that was, and why I stopped doing it, is because the AI was just so crazy. They just went right into melee. And I think it was pretty obvious to see that Maratha was going to run away with this thing. So it just didn't feel like honest and earned enough. The AI just, it has its own little love for the Orange Crush. You know, as you do campaigns, you know, the Orange Crush really develops and becomes a problem. The Maratha Confederacy, for those of you who don't know the Orange Crush term. Anyways, I regress, or whatever. Anyways, here's the thing. I've got an idea, and this might be a crazy idea, but I think it can involve you as well. For those viewers of you who might want to participate, where we do a tournament and bring in players into the multiplayer realm, and we just have matches nation versus nation. We do it on a structure in a tournament, and we just randomize the whole thing, and at least for the first season, just to see how things go. And if it turns out where it works out well and we get players that are interested in it, maybe we can form this into a more formal tournament league where we do this more serious. But I think to start out, we have to start out realistically, and I want to do this where it involves you, yes, you the viewer, who might be interested in doing multiplayer matches and might be kind of, you know, some of you might be hesitant to do multiplayer just because of, you know, you're not sure how well you're going to perform versus other players. Well, this is a way for you to get involved because you have a team of 4 players, so it really depends on how well the 4 teammates play, not just the one individual. Now, obviously, individual can hurt a team, but the teammates can help pull the team through to victory. So, this is something that I think can bring new players into the Empire Total War multiplayer realm, if you will, and it can really go into being something big and huge. So bear with me, I want to get into all these topics. All right, so the first question you might have for me is, my dear Faramir, how is this whole thing going to work? Will it work? Can it work? Yes, it can, and I'm going to explain to you how it can and how you can become involved. Now, I want to do a trial run on this, and I might post this announcement this weekend, where we do a trial run this weekend, just to see who and how many players we get involved, and that will be either Saturday or Sunday, most likely Saturday, that we do this, just for a trial run, just to see how well it works. And it doesn't mean that if the trial run doesn't work out well, we won't continue to do it, because I think this is something that's going to take work to get done. Now, obviously, forming teams is going to be difficult, so what we're going to do is we're just going to start out with a match like, for example, United Provinces versus United States, and we get 8 players, and then we got a game, and we'll play it out, and we'll be able to determine based on the players, like how well they perform, and then we can maybe start figuring out who is players that can maybe have potential and and be ranked higher seeded, so we make sure the teams are balanced more. And we continue on playing these different games through the rounds and see who is going to be, you know, the best players going forward that we keep on. And some players are just not going to be committed and they'll move on, and that's fine. But the thing is this is something to help get the competitive spirits going, and maybe develop some players that are newer, where their skills get better. Because I think obviously multiplayer is a realm that will help develop your skills and really hone them and improve your skills, that you can even take to campaign and make your gameplay much better. And the way you do that is by leveling up your competition. And obviously we know that the competition level in AI is not to be desired at, you know, every step of the way. So this is a way of leveling up your competition to see how well you perform, and also to see who has the staying power, to see, you know, maybe they start out, they're not so good, they stick with it and get better and better and better, and you really get some great players that way. You know, I've had a lot of players that have come in and played multiplayer that they started out pretty terrible, and they've improved and improve and get better and better. The worst thing you can have is a player who thinks they're the best already. They're never going to improve. So this is a way for some of those players that are looking to improve their gameplay. Hey, this might be a fit for you. So if you're interested in this, then be on the lookout for Saturday. I'm going to post it on the channel, the announcement, what time we're going to have this first match, and then you, the players, can get involved in this and be a part of this tournament. And then if it grows and expands, then we will form leagues where teams can become clans, and the clans can form teams. And I've got this tournament structure that can become very structured. Now, what could this mean for other YouTubers? This could be a really great collaboration effort that can be done, and I'm going to get into that more at a later period. But obviously, this is a lot for one person to cover, myself. So I might need help to cover all these games, because as you can see, there is quite a bit of matches through this just one tournament that we have to cover. You know, there's quite a bit. So it's basically six games each round for each division. So that's quite a bit. So I'm going to need some help getting that part going, and as far as covering for YouTube. But the YouTube is an important element, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because YouTube is a way for us to get other players out there interested and involved in this. YouTube is our advertisement, as you can see, to bring players into playing into the tournament. So that's why I'm bringing up this YouTube part. But this is something that interests you. Stay tuned. I will be posting some more information about this shortly, as obviously today is Friday, and tomorrow I will be looking to start a trial run on this just to see how well this could go, from a short notice all the way to where it could potentially go. So if this does interest you, let me know in the comments below. And also hit me up on Steam. That will be important. I do have links on my channel for you to find me on Steam. If not, you should be able to find me pretty easily on Steam, or comment me below and I can help you find me on Steam. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and if you are interested in performing or playing in this tournament, please let me know. We will see you soon, guys. Thanks again.